Hi guys, I'm Rex King, and this is gonna be a tough one. Um, so I went to go see The Fablemans. Real quick, The Fablemans is directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Gabriel LaBelle as Sammy. He's this kid who is growing up under this household. His mother is played by Michelle Williams. His father is played by Paul Dano. And he ends up going to see a film called The Greatest Show on Earth, and uh, in doing so, he becomes infatuated with film, and he wants to make film. So he continuously tries to make film, and we just follow him throughout his life, his early life. So, real quick, the story is very much semi-autobiographical. It is very similar to everything we know about Steven Spielberg, and it's very close to everything we know about his life. Now, what works about this film, at least for me, is the main character's relationships with his mother and father. And that brings me to why this film hits me. More specifically, the relationship between this film's main character and his mother. So, not many of you know this, but my mother had struggled with multiple sclerosis for most of her life. And at the start of this year, her multiple sclerosis had progressed so bad that she couldn't move her head. So she was never able to see any one of my videos. And that was true right up until her death. And that has always been one of my biggest regrets, is that she never got to see any of these videos. Because family has always been a part of what drives me to do these. So this story hits hard. The main character being driven to do these films for his mother, his father, and his siblings, it hits, and it hits hard because that is part of what drives me. Um, Obviously, his life is completely different. His parents aren't dead. One of his parents are dead. He has other struggles that I won't go into just in case you want to see the film, because I do recommend you see this one. But I really enjoy the moments when it's our main character just being around his mother or his father, and it hits hard, and it works on so many different levels for me. The characters are all written brilliantly, which again probably has to do with the fact that this is based off Spielberg's real life, and the main character is essentially just Spielberg. So all of these characters feel real because they're based off real people, and that's what works. The performances are all well done. I have no problems with anyone. A lot of people have been saying that Michelle Williams is brilliant in this film, and she is, but they're overlooking Paul Dano as the father in this film. I think he does a better performance, personally, and I think he's getting overlooked. The visuals aren't as flashy as we have come to expect from a Spielberg film, but they don't need to be for this grounded story. Though I do have some issues with the fact that the cinematography is not as good as I would hope, and the production design, nothing about this film screams early 60s. So, yeah. At the end of the day, though, this movie hit me hard, and though I never cry during films, and I didn't cry during this one, it is one of the closest things I've ever come to as far as feeling something that feels like pain in a good way. And I have to give the movie high props for that. I'm going to give the film a 9 out of 10. Now, where does this film stack up on the year? Well, I'll be going into that tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see you then.